All right. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to yet another TapDaddyBeats stream. Man, it has been a minute since I've been live on YouTube. It is good to be back, man. But yes, I was out of town for a few days, visiting family and whatnot. It was good, you know. But yes, welcome back, guys. We got an exciting day today. For a few reasons. First of all, we're going to be mixing some beats. Yes, our goal today is to mix 1 million beats. And by that I mean 3 beats, but they're really good beats, so it'll be good. This should be a really fun session. But also, because I've got a new album dropping at midnight tonight, or at least midnight Eastern time. Return to Earth comes out in 8 hours, 58 minutes, and 22 seconds. If you want to go check it out, maybe it's out right now if you're watching the VOD, I don't know. Here's the link in chat, just for anybody that's curious about it, go check it out. All that good jazz. What we're listening to right now, this is my newest track. It's called Between the Lines. It's a jazzy banger. It's good stuff. Alright, man, it's probably about time we dive in with our first beat. I've got an incredibly full coffee here. Had to really fill it to the brim because I got a tiny mug today. And by that I mean a normal size mug, but to me that's it's tiny for mixing. Alright. Let me pause this. And let's dive in. All right, so like I said, I've got 3 beats. Pretty much all of these are new beats that I don't think any of you guys have heard. Maybe one of them is an older beat. Point is, I've been busy while I was gone. Actually, I've made a decent amount of beats, and I was really enjoying them. This first one, fun enough, is song 1111. Okay, 1111. Kind of a milestone, if you ask me. You know, in my naming conventions, every once in a while, I will name a song. Like I remember when I crossed song 500, I literally named the beat song 500, No Turning Back, and I don't know, it was good. It was good. I think I'm gonna call this one Angel Numbers. I don't know, because my mom is like super superstitious. Every time that the clock is like repeating digits like 1111, she's like, "Oh, it's angel numbers. Your grandma must be looking over us." So I figured that might be a cool name for this track. Anyways, let's listen to it. Let's give it our first listen through. Full screen this. Here we go. Oh, it's a good bass. This is a cool track. Dude, this is gonna be like a golden track. I know I'm gonna be able to pull a really good mix out of this. This is really good. There's a lot of stuff that kind of needs to come forward here. And first of all, I want to kind of clean up my project file a little bit. You can see when I was producing, I had a bunch of shit in here that this beat could have gone very differently, like just to unmute this little drum loop. I mean, that's kind of cool, but I decided to go more low key, and I feel like it's more rhymable at this like slower 76 BPM kind of feel, less subdivided. So yeah, let's get rid of these audios that we didn't use. This guy as well. Was there any others? Yeah, this guy I didn't use. Boy, I was very indecisive when I was making this beat. All right, so now I just kind of want a top-down view of this track. Let's just start adjusting the decibel volumes of things. I feel like I kind of want to bring things up to the piano, but kind of keeping everything a little bit below that piano. I don't know. It's feeling very nice having this really warm piano that's actually pretty prominent here, and I kind of want to preserve that, but it feels like it's kind of making all these other details feel quieter. So we're gonna just kind of bring things towards it, I think. This could come up maybe 1 decibel. Okay. Oh, we've got this like nice ambient sound underneath with this guy. I feel like this is so cool. It's just so buried, you're not even hearing it. So we gotta bring this forward for sure. I still feel like this needs a little bit more audio. I'm gonna actually pull out a utility so I can just boost it as much as I want without worrying about Ableton's compression on their mixer. Symbol can come up. God, this track is sick. I'm so stoked for this one, man. It actually is sounding really good right now. Like in terms of the reverbs and stuff, and like, I don't know, we might consider some of the spacing of this. One thing at a time. Like, this looks like it's leaning right. It almost sounds like it's leaning more left, though. Let's use our ears, not our eyes, right? Oh, I see. The main body of it is leaned a little bit right, and then it kind of reverberates outwards. You kind of hear that in the left ear. I kind of want to, like, bounce this against this guy. Okay, we don't need to like lean it super hard. Just like a little bit can go a long ways. Or what if instead, because I keep hearing this reflection in the left ear, let's bring it back center, Let's swap the left and the right audio so it's just opposite and see how that feels first of all. And then we might even be able to just like slide it a little bit more to the right. And it might feel kind of nice. I feel like that made it more so in the left ear. This feels opposite to what I was expecting. All right. Yeah, because now the main body is kind of leaning a little bit more left. Okay, this feels good. We just swapped to the left and the right and pushed it a little bit right, like 5 to the right. Ooh, all right. This little piano, this is like very mid-range. I feel like it's not coming through the best. We might do something kind of tricky with this just to get it there. First of all, let's level it. We always start with like the simplest way of getting things to be heard. Okay, so I've got an idea. We're going to do something like probably a little bit overly tricky than we need to here. But that's okay. This is going to be good. It's going to allow for this really to be heard. It's going to allow it to come through our other piano here. You guys will see what I'm talking about. You'll see I don't have anything on this piano, and I don't think I intend to put anything on here. I remember when I was producing this, I was starting to play with some like light mixing, basically. One of the things that I tried was a little slight bit of compression on this piano, but that was really killing it, man. It was not doing anything really positive, right? It felt too full. I think that this piano just sounds beautiful as is, right? But we are going to do some EQing here. Let's pull out an EQ on this guy, see where this is really hitting. Man, there's like a lot of low-end stuff happening here. I do see, though, like, it sounds like some of this is necessary. I think I might cut out this, like, little sub frequency here, because that does not seem like it's going to be really helping us at all. I'm just curious, how much can we take this up? Is it going to affect the sound? Yeah, you can hear there's like low-end stuff happening here that is contributing. I'm just not sure if I want like that really low end. Like, let's cut it below like 30 hertz. And instead of a hard cut, we can kind of roll it. This is just keeping a little bit out of the way of our bass. Nice. Okay. Cool, man. Cool. All right. So now here's for the trickery. We were looking for where's the biggest resonant on these two piano notes here. Right here. And it moves up a little bit. So I'm thinking between these two, we're going to kind of clamp down on our other piano here. Watch this. Okay, so just to get an idea again, where is this at? So this is these two. Like this area, basically. A little bit below 1,000, basically. So let's set a node a little bit below 1,000. It's going to be like here. And let's figure out, that's going to be way too wide of a bell. It's going to be something more like this. In fact, I always like to bring this up right next to whatever I'm doing this to. And let's kind of A/B test to see if this is really clearing it. In fact, I think we could even turn this down a little bit. This will help these like fit together more nicely. Okay. And we're going to set this back at 0. Okay. But now what we're going to do is we're going to automate the gain of this. And we're going to say, like, here it's going to just like duck. Maybe like 2.5 decibels-ish. Nothing crazy, right? We're not trying to go too stupid silly with it. 2.5-ish. Now, and then this note is going to dissipate, right? Where is it about dissipated from? It starts to kind of fall, like maybe like right here. And like by here. Where should it let up at? Probably somewhere like right over here. We can kind of let that come back in. So this is what, pay attention to this EQ. Check this out. And we're going to do that for the next note as well. I think that this could kind of come up a little bit sooner. Like this, maybe. And then we'll do the exact same thing on this note. We're going to say like, boom. So yeah, this kind of, we intentionally tried to make this like little cut apply to both. These two notes are pretty close together. This should cover both of them. It just helps that note have a little bit more clarity trying to cut through that piano. I do see a lot of stuff going on in the lows of this piano, which, I mean, yeah, it's necessary. I just am curious, though, if we kind of do like what we did with these notes, we try to roll off like maybe, okay, I would give it more slack than this, but kind of like rolling off some of that subbiness might give us a bit more clarity in our sub bass. That's what we really want to be heard in that section. Let's see. So if I go like, let's bring ourselves out over here. This just feels like we have a little bit of a, I don't know, it feels a little bit more defined, kind of rolling off some of those lows a little bit. Okay, that should be good. Let's hear it with the bass. Oh yeah. I feel like really the name of the game when it comes to mixing is like trying to make cuts that are very smart, that you're trying to avoid like overly cutting, but you're trying to very precisely cut through exactly what's going to serve you best, right? And so that way, when you bring everything up together in the master, it fills the space a little bit more evenly and just nicely. Yeah, no, I don't think we're gonna do too much automation EQing like that, aside from like that piano note, just because those you know, those instruments were kind of clashing. We had two pianos kind of trying to touch that mid range. But I think like the vocals here fit really nicely. That feels good. Oh man. All right. What's kind of nice about this piano, you'll notice like this has such a brighter edge to it than our main piano loop here. It's like these fit together nicely mix-wise. You know, it's not like that other piano that was trying to take that mid-range so much. We're going to leave that alone. In fact, a lot of these sounds are fitting together nicely. This is where I'm always telling you guys, like, you know, the better you do in the production, like, the less you have to do in the mix. And it should be that way. I feel like this is where I get my best results. It's just like when I produce a track where the sounds sound like they go together, you know? Wow, shocker advice, man. You're a genius. No. But seriously, like, the more that you can really hit the nail on the head, the earlier in the process, the better end result you get. That's just fact, man. And I feel like, honestly, if you find yourself going through a mix and you, like, really have to tear it apart, I'm not saying that, like, every track is, like, that you have to tear apart is, like, a bad track. I'm just, because, you know, there definitely are tracks that need a lot of work and are just more complex, so obviously it needs more work. But I am saying, like, you know, if you're having to, like, correct things that just didn't sound like they went together in the production, you know, like, you're just going to hit a worse sound overall. You're just going to hit a worse sound, and it's just like, I don't know, how good the mix can be gets decided in the production. But when you're in a mix like this and it's like, wow, this is coming together, these fit together really nicely, like, that's the ideal place. We're just barely nudging this into place to really make it more vibrant. A lot of this is just like gain staging. We're just bringing these smaller details a little bit closer to this piano, doing a little bit of EQing where it is needed. Got this nice rain sample too. Hold up, I wanna see what's going on in the rain sample. Oh, this is actually pretty good, actually. Sometimes with like ambient samples, there's just like all this fuzz going on down here. This is not too bad. I'm not worried about this. In fact, this is a nice spread. Got some nice bird noises. Dude, hell yeah. Bring that piano a little bit more forward. This guy is so dramatic and cool. In fact, can we make this more dynamic, maybe? I really want this top guy to be really... You see how it's already kind of quiet? Here, let's give ourselves more space. We're going to really take a look at the dynamics here. And, I like this note being like kind of dramatic and big. Maybe we go even quieter here. This guy goes boop, 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 boop. This second note sounded pretty good, kind of hitting a little bit harder. Maybe this goes like this. Oh, man. Ooh, we're getting closer. This might actually come up even to that. Okay. Dude. Whew, good. What's up, Tim Williams? How you doing, man? Maybe some compression to bring some of those peaks down. On which instrument are you referring to? If you're talking about the piano, like this piano loop up here, I actually tried that when I was in the production phase, and it was just taking out all the nuance out of it. Unless you like the pokiness. Yeah, I'm kind of curious, which are you referring to? Like this piano? Because, yeah, like I was saying, I tried a little bit of compression on this, and it just kind of, like, flatlined it. This is feeling pretty nice, I think, as it is. I was kind of surprised. I usually do compression on pianos like this. Hey, Rich Lifestyle, how you doing, man? Yeah, he says, this is smooth. Subbed right away. Hey, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Hell yeah. Man, I'm liking this. I'm having a good day mixing this. I really am. This is a track that I just know is going to result very nicely. In fact, this is also why I'm trying to not touch this like overly so, you know? I was just yapping about this. I think like if I can get away with doing as little as possible in this mix, I think it's going to turn out really rich and vibrant. I don't want to cut away too much. I don't want to overly compress it because there's like a lot of small details in here that just kind of evolves, right? Yeah. Let's get this man's subs up. Hey, thank you, Tim. Appreciate it. Let's kind of run this back. I think that we're almost ready to start looking at this bass. Now, the bass is probably something we're gonna start compressing. And it's just because these different bass notes kind of hit a little bit differently, and we can kind of minimize just how much louder or quieter the note range sounds just with a little bit of compression. So, like, let's try this. We're going to pull out our LA2A compressor. And literally the whole point of this is to not like dead ass just force these notes to be the same volume, but to kind of nudge them into a more similar range than they might be. Whoa, it was very compressed. Okay. Yeah, you can see as it gets higher, it's a quieter sound. So this is just kind of making it a little bit more even. Gonna be good. Let's take a look at our max peak and just see how much room we're working with. Oh, 6 decibels. That's pretty close to what I started with. Okay, yeah, and I feel like we got a lot of like this section down. So I don't think that this is really a problem, right? I don't think that this is, but I am curious, like these both start in the right ear. I'm curious if it's going to feel more symmetrical if I swap the left and the right for this guy. It starts in the left ear and then that piano walks in from the right over to center. That could be kind of cool. These vocals are insane. Hell yeah. Thank you, man. I've been really playing around with a lot more like soul vocals, you know, soul acapellas. I don't know. It's been kind of hard to find some good like non-lyrical soul vocals, quite honestly. So I've been really cherishing every bit of audio that I can get my hands on, you know. And I think that was pretty much the only sample in this track aside from the piano. Yeah, the piano loop we sampled and this one vocal. Everything else is just a bunch of beautiful bullshit. All right. Let's we're going to try swapping this guy. I don't know though. Actually, here's where we got to make decisions. I actually kind of like that. So this hits like middle left, right? And then that piano or middle right. And then that piano kind of hits on the outside and crosses paths with it, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, I don't think I want to mess with that too much. I think we're actually going to set that exactly where it's at. I just had to hear it the other way, you know. But yeah, this was nicely done. Thank you, man. Thank you. This was a late night studio session, I swear. I like these late night studio sessions where I'm just in my feels making some music. Just pecking at it over the course of like 6 hours. I don't know. Man, this is so good. Okay. I think we've pretty much got this section squared away. I want to just real quick. What if we made this a little bit more subtle? Just brought it down like 1 or 2 decibels. Oh, and I've got a little bit of an idea here. Now, this is a little bit production detail, but I don't know, because I am the guy that produced this, I don't give a fuck. I might do a little bit of small production here. If we pull out Crystallizer, we could kind of granulize this a little bit and have something hanging over the edge of this. And it kind of dissipates. Ooh, and it'll match really nicely with this guy. Okay, I've got this small idea. We're pulling out Crystallizer from Sound Toys. This is such a sick plugin. Just you wait, man. All right, let's play it from back here. And we're going to definitely have to mess with this a bit. Quiet. The output is way too much on this. This might be the one. Yeah, Rich says I have it, never used it. Oh, dude, this thing is so beautiful for like these, like, if you have anything kind of bright, like little like chords or something. Oh man, I mean, you'll see in a minute here as we have this. This has become one of my favorite Sound Toys plugins for sound design purposes. It's really cool, man. Let's flip through a couple more presets though. Crystal Builder. Oh, emeralds might be it. So what I would like to do maybe with this is like, what if we had the output of this like really quiet? And we just kind of let it grow up. So that's it's weird. If I put the output at 0, it's not a dead 0, unfortunately. But let's go ahead and automate this a little bit. So we're playing with the output here. Okay, I see where it's at. Show automation. And we're going to say, like, let's grow this. And we're trying to bring this, like, not all the way to 0. Maybe up to 6. Okay, so actually, I'm thinking we'll do, like, this nice slope curve. We'll say, bring it up. Oops. Slope up. What's going on, buddy? Why don't you want to... Fighting with this thing, man. Slope up. There we go. We've got a nice slope here. Let's zoom in a little bit closer so we can see what the fuck we're doing. There we go. Oh, that's really subtle and cool. I still almost feel like it's a little bit much. We want this to be like as subtle as possible. We might turn down the mix. What happens if we turn down the input? Oh, that's another way that we can control the volume of this. We can just give it less input. Okay, let's give it a little bit more juice. Tiny details, man. Tiny details is really what brings a track to life. Oh. Let's give it just a little bit more juice. Oh, I see. I think it's because if we have our input too low, it's not going to be hitting this threshold that it needs to hit. So, like, if I have this... Oh, I guess it still does. I lied. Nah, we'll just keep it, like, just below where it was at. And we do want to actually bring this forward now. I feel like I did bury it a little bit too much. Beautiful. We might even bring forward this pad that we have underneath here. This feels a little bit almost too quiet. Okay, this guy right here, and we have this in the intro, so we got to be careful about just bringing this forward. What does this sound like in the intro? What if we did, like, compress this a little bit? Just a smidge. See if there's a reverb here we can. Yeah, just a little bit extra. Oh, that's feeling good. See how this feels over here now. Going on with this flute. This guy might need a little compression as well. So I'm actually thinking we're gonna pull out our FET compressor, the 1176 on this guy. This is a little bit more of an aggressive compressor than the LA2A. LA2A is like, it's got a fixed attack and release. And it's a little bit slower, you know. With the FET, we can be a little bit more aggressive and hands-on in setting the attack, release, and ratio. And now we're going to set this back in the mix. Sick. All right, back over to here. Also, kind of fun thing about this piano, I also have this Ampeg plugin on it. Yeah, it's just literally an amp simulator, and I've been using this on a lot of different stuff. I think it just gives an interesting, more vinyl kind of quality to things. I've also got that on the drums, which you'd be surprised how much it's doing to these drums. Yeah, I've got this over here, just to show you guys what it does. So this is the drums with it on. Let's turn it off. Night and day difference. I actually got this for free. I think you guys can too. It's from Plugin Alliance. And Plugin Alliance, like, they give away like a bunch of free plugins if you make an account with them. So this was one of them. Ampeg SV TVR Classic. It's good. All right, man, I think that we're actually in a pretty good spot for this. I want to bring this all the way back to the beginning. Let's give it a listen through, and if anything sticks out to us like a problem, we're gonna dive in and fix it. This is gonna be so much fun to master. I think this is gonna be so sick. Probably should also do a little save live set as real quick. Song 1111 mix V1. I think that's crazy. That's the first time I ever have hit 4 of the same digits in a row. It's kind of a milestone for me, I guess. Oh man. But yeah, I think this should master nicely. We'll see. I don't know. It's got a lot of subbiness. That might be a bit of a challenge, but I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be okay. We shall see. We shall definitely see. Oh, I forgot how long this guy takes to save. Got a lot of tracks on here. A lot of plugins. Shouldn't be too bad, though. But yeah, we're actually making pretty good time today. Ah, perfect. And there it goes. Yeah, we're trying to mix down 2 more beats after this one. But we still got some work on this guy. But yeah, we're moving along today. It's pretty nice. I really like the sound of this beat. Let's start just on the master chain. Shadow Hill's master compressor. I love this just as my main source of compression on the master. Let's bring us in somewhere around here with the drums and the bass. We're gonna enable sidechain. Start pulling on these thresholds. Geez, that's way too much. Does this sound nice and vibrant now? Also, I don't want to squeeze too hard here. There's one other layer of compression that I sometimes kind of find kind of fun to play with, and it's really a tape processor that I will sometimes throw on the master because it sometimes just gives this extra layer of vibrance. I like how it kind of squeezes on the track, and particularly what it does to the low end. It can make it feel very satisfying. It's this oxide tape recorder from Universal Audio. Let's see how this feels. Oops, got this guy on. Whoa. I don't know though, it's kind of taking the punch out of that kick. I think this is one we're actually going to go without this guy. Let's try, let's kind of move on to saturation now. If we can kind of like saturate this, because I think we got the compression feeling pretty good. Let's use the 610. If this doesn't sound good, we can always use Lil Radiator, just a little splash of Lil Radiator. What I like about this 610 though is it's a preamp and EQ. And we technically got two of them to choose from, but I always like the 610A for mastering. I really like the sound of the hardware EQ on this. If we like lift the highs a little bit, it usually sounds pretty cool. And you know, this gives it a pretty cool sort of saturation to it as well. So let's boost the highs. Ooh. Oh, this feels vibrant. That really picked up like that rain a little bit. It just kind of like opens up the track a bit, right? Now let's see if we can push this saturation a little bit. This is where we might get in trouble. What's our levels at? It might be a little bit harsh on that snare. Maybe around here is like the right amount of like vibrance to it. Okay. It's 4.91, it looks like, is our max peak here. So let's start raising this up. This is where stream's going to get a little bit louder, guys. We're just going to raise it by 4.91. And we're going to slap a limiter down on the other side just to catch anything that might try to go beyond that, you know. Holocatron, what's up, dude? How's your day going, man? Greetings, humans. What's up, dude? Oh, man. You're good. You caught the tail end of this one. We're just about to put the final master on this. And then we're going to be... I'm trying to mix down 2 other beats today. So... you know, we got plenty more ahead of us as well. But yeah, how's your day going, man? Oh, yeah, this is loudness warning, guys. This might be a little bit loud. Okay, I want to run this from the beginning with a meter on just to see how far from... our target LUFS are, and I think our target LUFS is maybe about minus 10.5. Should be good. But let's run this from the beginning. And I'm going to go ahead and start getting my microphone up a little bit louder because we are making the beat louder. There we go. All right. Good. Let's check our LUFs. Good. But yeah, Holcatron says long time working hard in a fight the toxic system. Hell yeah, man. Around me with my new power AI analysis. Fair enough, man. Yes, fight the toxic system, man. Do it. I'm loving how this beat turned out. This is good. We still got quite a ways to go in terms of the LUFs, though. We're at about minus 16 LUFs-ish. Trying to get it up to like minus 10.5, or I'll even take like minus 11, I think is about maybe the bottom of where I want it to be. So let's pull out Ozone. We're going to make this even louder, guys. Let's see. Oops. Ozone. Not Oxzone. Here we go. Going to put this down right here. All right. Now, I am going to just run this. We're probably going to change everything about this. But just a little bit of a warning. Sometimes this kind of jumps up in volume while it's correcting itself. So a little loudness warning. This might kind of jump up at us. But let's run it and let's find out. Jesus. Like that. Okay, I'm not too opposed to this sort of thing. You can see it's kind of clamping down on this low end, which I do agree with. It is really boosting these highs up to like +4. We might kind of straighten this out a bit. I do kind of agree with this little lift right here. Let's make this less dramatic. That feels a little bit better. It's not so crazy. True peak. You can hear a little bit of clipping. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the like how fast it limits. We're going to make it a little bit slower. There we go. But yeah, Holcatron says, AI, now I won't be silent anymore. I haven't produced anything for 3 months. Just some crazy virtual DJ mixes. Hey, fair enough, man. Fair enough. I feel like my whole life I've been kind of on and off of music. But these past 5 years I've been very much on it. Now I don't think I can stop though. I actually I have an audience now. They expect me to make music. How crazy is that? But no, I mean I don't know, man. I've been making music for like decades at this point. And I feel like I've definitely been on and off during certain periods, but I feel like every time I come back to it, it's different. You know, I have different sounds and goals, right? All right, let's run this back from the beginning. See kind of where we're at. And listen for any clicks and pops. We don't want any clicks and pops here. It's looking like we might have a little bit of ways more to go, but I think we can do it. Hey, E-Thatch, what's up, dude? What's up, what's up? How's your day going, man? Oh. Got here for a good beat, E-Thatch. But yeah, and I see Alcatron was saying, thank you so much. Yeah, soon. I need to build a new masterpiece. Do it, man. Hell yeah. I feel like, you know, it's kind of about, maybe you find like the right weekend where you've just got a lot of time, and I don't know, I feel like it can be a little daunting when you come back into music. You're like, it's been a while. But I think what always sucked me back in was just like, if I had one weekend where I decide to sit down and make some music, and if I have a really good time, then I feel like I become glued for the next like however many months, right? But nowadays, it's so different for me. I really kind of set out and made a lot of goals for myself in terms of music. And now it feels like this unstoppable train. And I don't know, it's almost like my relationship with music has changed in that beforehand, sometimes it felt like this daunting task that was like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know if I'm ever going to finish this beat or whatever. But nowadays, it's like I sit down and I just like pull something out within like a half an hour sometimes. And it's a lot more fun. I find myself like I work all week at music, but I still, even in my free time, sit down to just like make beats because it's like I love doing it. I absolutely love it. All right, we were at minus 12 LUFs. That's not bad. We're like really getting closer here. Now, I think I am going to pull back on this threshold. That's going to make it louder. See how much we can get away with. Oh, we can get away with a lot. Woo! But yeah, Alcatron saying, seeing you... your consistency and dedication is always encouraging. Hell yeah, Tap Team forever. Absolutely, man. But yeah, E-Thatch says, what do we call the dynamic filtering horizontal movement tool? Oh, there's a term. Is it like, it's not changing the pitch, but it's shifting the frequency a little bit, which kind of does. There's like, it's not like a frequency shifter, because that's just like a pitch shifting tool. But like, what do you call it when, I'm trying to think of the term, when it's like you make something brighter and therefore shift it up in frequency without changing the pitch of it? There's another term for that. It's like, good God, E-Thatch, I'm like really, I'm really struggling here to think. Yeah. He's like, it's going to be a tapper forever. Absolutely, man. But yeah, he says it moves the filter up dynamically. Doesn't actually modulate the pitch. Oh, okay. Interesting. So, like, it maintains the same pitch, is what you're saying, but, like, it moves up frequency. God, I'm really struggling because I had a tool that did that, and I'm trying to think what it was called. You know? It was like I don't know. I would, like, be able to, like, change the resonance, basically. But yeah, for any of you guys that are curious what Ethach and I are talking about, he's making a plugin right now. It's like a dynamic EQ. He's inadvertently made something that kind of like shifts the frequency range upwards. I don't know, man. All right, let's run this back and see where we're at. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to listen for clicks and pops. We're going to see what our LUFS value is at. I don't think I'm hearing any clicking here. I'm like really trying to hear the smallest little bits of clips and pops, but I'm not hearing it. Okay, minus 10.9, it's probably gonna be like minus 11. Do we dare try to pull a little bit more out of that? We can see if we can. Let's Oh, you see, that's where it gets a little nasty. Here we go. But yeah, Hulkatron says, I've integrated my own skin into VDJ. Oh, that's interesting. With 4 decks, real-time stem separation, pitch change, loops. Wow, so you're like doing like visual DJing kind of stuff. Is that what you mean by like VDJ? There was a period of time where I was really infatuated by a bunch of like DJ tools like that, you know? But yeah, Ethan says, it's so funny, I used to spend so much time making music, now I just make tools. I mean, dude, whatever is fun, you know? Whatever you're finding yourself passionate about, like... I don't know about you, I feel like I work the best towards the things that I'm most passionate about, so I try to choose to do the things that I'm like... excite me, you know? Which, quite honestly, is probably more like my discography kind of stuff. I still try to keep up with selling beats, though, with artists. But I really love making stuff just for instrumental listening. I don't know, this is kind of getting pushed up a little bit harshly. What if we really slow down the limiting? Yeah, that sounds a little bit better. Okay, let's run this back. Let's see what our LUFS is at. We're kind of hoping for something closer to 10.5. Minus 10.5. Near 3,000 clips of archive? Damn. Sounds like you've got quite a collection. Sonic Cafe shit takes off, and that's the name of his plugin brand that he's been working on. That would be so sick, man. I genuinely hope it does, because then I could be like, yeah, I've known him since day one, homie. All right, we pushed it up a little bit. I think we're at a good spot, you know? Hulkatron says, I'm the anomaly. Now, hell yeah, man. Let's see. Minus 10.8. I think that's probably where this beat needs to reside. It is a little bit more low-key than my other tracks. And I think a slightly slower LUFS value. Like, that's good in the range that I'm, like, looking for. I typically accept as low as minus 11.5, but minus 10.8 is not bad. You're gonna make me do all the tutorial videos? I mean, for the right price, I'll deliver high budget tutorial videos, man. Let's see. Yeah, let's save this. Let's save this. And man, we've got 2 more beats that we're trying to hit today. I think we're definitely going to hit them, no problem. I just wanted to remind everybody, guys, big day for me, okay? My new album, Return to Earth, comes out tonight at midnight Eastern time. 7 hours, 45 minutes, and 39 seconds left until this album drops. I'm so excited for this, man. I've been working so hard on this shit. But yeah, if anybody's curious, here's the pre-save link if you just wanted to make sure that you grab it for tonight. I'm just going to drop this for anybody that might be curious. And I'll play for you guys 922 Kelvin. This is a pretty badass one. I'm going to grab a little bit of coffee. But yeah, while I do that, I hope you guys enjoyed 922 Kelvin. If you like this track, I think you're going to really like this project. So, but yeah. Yeah, we streaming that ASAP. Thank you, man. All right, I'll be right back. 2 seconds, just going to heat up some coffee. I am back. I am back with vengeance. No, with hot coffee, actually. But yeah, let me pause that. But yeah, man. 7 hours, 42 minutes, and 12 seconds. My new album drops. I cannot wait for it, man. But yeah, Hulkatron says, I go cook dinner. Soon come back to some live tap. Forever in my heart. Hell yeah. Happy producing, man. Thanks for popping in, dude. It's always good to see you, man. All right. So we got 2 more beats that we're trying to mix down today. This might be kind of a long stream, honestly. We're trying to get a lot done today. We got some pretty complex beats. That last one definitely took a little bit of a minute. I mean, for a beat anyways. I feel like, you know, when I'm mixing down for artists, it's a lot more of a lengthy process, but, you know, beats can still be pretty complex. Did I save this? Just got to double, triple check. Yes, I did. Okay, the next beat that we are working on, song 1106. I don't even remember which one this is. Where you at, dog? Song 1106. There we go. It was down here somewhere. All right. Just got to let that load. Get a hot sip of coffee. Oh, man. Having a good day just working on music. I'm going to be up late tonight. Like, both when my album drops, I need to, like, add it to a bunch of my playlists, a bunch of the songs. We're, like, launching an ad campaign. And I'm also trying to, like, stem stuff out. I've just got, like, such a long night ahead of me. But yeah. What's up, Bands Getter? He's got the bands. He says, you should add the parallel compressed and tape flanged analog proximity effect fart texture on that kick. Okay. You know, this man's got good taste, you know. I agree. Yes. We need at least 1 or 2 Fart Blaster 9000s and at least 15 sound goodizers. As you can tell, I'm a professional mix engineer. Very professional here. All right, finally it's loaded. Holy shit, we've been waiting here for a bit. But yeah, Bands Getter, how's your day going, man? You get any bands today? I just imagine that might be a polite question for, you know, the Bands Getter. All right. We got to replace some samples here. Wait for this to do its thing. Yeah, I'm trying to even remember what beat was this. We're going to find out in a minute here, but we'll see. One new candidate found. There we go. All right, what was this? Oh, I remember. This is a fun one. This was a super fun one. I think you guys will enjoy it. Yeah, he says, these are the secrets the top engineers won't tell you. Yeah, they're hating, man. They're trying to gatekeep us, but we know about the Fart Blaster 9000. But yeah, the bands are gotten. Hell yeah, man. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. All right, this is a fun beat. This one's kind of whimsical. I was just having fun in the studio when I made this. Let's check it out. Let's hear it. First listen through. All right, and we're gonna start kind of quiet in the mix. So I encourage you guys to turn up your volume in your headphones if you need to. This is just good vibes. You have a good one as well, man. Go get those bands. Hell yeah, man. Thanks for popping in, dude. Okay, and we're probably gonna like bring this down and give ourselves at least like 6 decibels of headroom. Give ourselves room to turn things up, basically. I like how this one ends, just we drop out the guitars and we're just like vibing. Okay, perfect. And I see our max peak value is minus 0.13. Hey, at least it wasn't in the red. We're going to definitely turn this down. And then let's just lock in on this. Let's, like, really focus in. Was that 6? I wasn't counting. Something like that. Doesn't matter. 1 extra for luck. We'll use this different EQ on the drums here. It's a little brighter. All right. Let's take a look at the EQ on this one and the EQ of the guitar here. I don't think this one's going to need to be overworked too much. I see we got a little bit of fuzz and stuff down here that we're just going to get rid of. Let's take a look at this guitar. So this is like right around 1,000. Where's this guy at? This is a huge spread. This is going to be really not much of a problem. But I am thinking for this guy, we might like... Yeah, this guy needs to come through nicely. So we might like kind of duck this down just when this guy comes in a little bit. We'll see. I'm also kind of thinking, what if we did our reverbs a little bit differently? So rather than having, are these the same? Yeah, exact same reverb that I have on both of these guys. It just feels like a bit much, right? It's a little bit too drowned out. I kind of want to like maybe throw this into a return track. Okay. And then what we can do here is we can, so let's turn this reverb off. Same with this guy. We're just going to turn these off for now. Just while we're experimenting here. Now we're going to take this horn stack. And we are going to send this to our reverb return track that we just put that in. This guy over here, track A. So... And we'll have to like rebalance this, of course. Do I want to send like 100% of it, or do I want to like... Okay, yeah, that's good. I'll tell you what, we're gonna try to get this a little bit more normalized before we do this next part. Like, we do want that reverb to be decent. Let me just slap a utility down in this track so we can kind of bring the volume up or down or whatever we need from it. Just automatically having this layered in such a way that like we've got a dry layer that we are sending also to a wet layer. This feels a little bit better. Something that I kind of wanted to try though is like, let's get some like sidechain compression. No, glue compressor, not glute compressor. I'm not compressing any glutes today. No, thank you, sir. All right. And track 4, here we go. Yeah, so basically what this is doing is anytime that this trumpet comes in, the reverb that is being applied to it is being compressed down. And then as that trumpet fades out, the reverb kind of comes back up. We're kind of gluing this in a nice way. Feels a little bit more baked in and a little bit less over the top. Now, we kind of need to rebalance this. We're going to probably do the same exact thing to this guy. I think we're going to send him to the same return. They're using the same reverb anyways. It just means we're going to have to set up an additional sidechain compressor. So let's do that. We're going to send this guy 100% to A. Okay. But again, just like that other guy, we're going to need to really bring him down. Now let's make this a little bit cleaner. We're gonna duplicate out this glue compressor, change the source to that trumpet. And we might need to adjust the threshold a bit. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice and glued together. This guy could probably come up now. Now, balance-wise, this is kind of fighting against this flute here. Where's the flute? So that flute kind of leans left. Maybe this trumpet should like lean right. So I see it's like 17 left right now. Holy shit. Where's it at when we put it center? It's dead center. Wow. Okay, we'll maybe just set this like 6 right, 7 right. Did a little bit of that tape processing on this bass here. Sometimes that gives a really interesting, satisfying low end. Ooh. This is cool. Good. I feel like maybe this flute can come up a bit. Nice. Maybe this guy as well. All right, let's play around with like, okay, where's this guy hitting? Yeah, around 1,000 hertz. I think we want this guy. We might even scoot him down a little bit, just like that. And let's play around with like, how is this gonna sound if we like. Just like a little bit extra clear. That's really what we're trying to do. We're trying to cut in very smart ways. So what we don't want to just like leave this here throughout the entire song, this cut to this guitar. What we want to do is we want to automate this. So like basically when this comes in, we want to say, okay, the gain of this guy drops down. And it's Comes down to about -3, like we had it. And then here it starts to let up. And we'll kind of like give it a little bit of time to come up. Maybe like this. Comes up to 0. Cool. So now watch this automation on this third node. This kind of ducks down a nice way on our guitar to make room for this trumpet. Nice. I love that shit, man. It's like such a smarter way of EQing. Because you don't have to like cut everything away for the whole track just to fit in this little lick. It just works better. All right. We'll do the same thing over here. Again, we'll do another -3 cut. Yeah. Like about here to maybe like here. Bring this back up to 0. Nice. Hell yeah. And now we want to do that again over on this side over here. So we'll just copy these automations over. I'll say like, yasha. Get your butt over here. Boom. Nice. Yeah, I think we got this one like actually under control pretty quickly here. There wasn't a whole lot in here that was disagreeing with anything. Let's hear this. This might come forward a bit, but and this is a little bit distorted, you know. We ran it through this amp. It's kind of like this really bright organ bell thing. Okay, this leans right. This leans left. I kind of want to try swapping the left and the right on this guy. We'll just see how that feels. All right. We'll say swap. There we go. Oh, actually, in the left ear here, I think it could be a little bit more subtle. I don't know, that just feels like it fits together a little bit nicer. Alright, I want to hear how this sounds when it gets hollowed out here. Oh, nice. Okay. Dude, this is sounding good. Let's see roughly where we're at with our max peak. Yeah, we still got almost 6 decibels of room here. I think it's about time to start really clamping down with the compressor, seeing how this feels all together. Shadow Hills. This is such a fun compressor. I like it. Okay. We'll enable sidechain. Start squeezing on it. Yeah, this feels pretty good. Decently compressed. Would it be crazy of me to put a little bit of tape processing on this master? We've already got some running on the drums and the bass, so this is going to be kind of a double layering of it in some regards, but I think it could tie this together very nicely. It's definitely making that bass kind of crazy. I'm keeping it. I like it. Let's pull out our 610. Oh, this is making this warm. 4.19. I think that's what the max peak is. Man, we really flew through this one. And I see our max peak is actually minus 4.01. We'll see if it sticks that way or where it goes. Well, it takes a while to save these projects, doesn't it? There we go. Looks like our max peak is minus 3.82. Golden, man. Well, guess what? We're gonna turn this up by minus 3.82. Start getting this to its ceiling. So this will definitely be a bit louder. 3.82 decibels to be exact. How much louder? Let's throw a limiter on the end of this just to catch anything that goes over. There we go. I want to pull out our loudness meter just to see how much farther we have to go. This one's probably going to end up, again, like minus 10.5 is probably what we're aiming for here. So. We'll probably have a long ways to go here, but we'll see. We'll see. Have like a terrible distance to cover. I think our maximizer will definitely get us there. I feel like that maximizer particularly works really well on very full tracks like this. I don't know, just seems to give us a nice rich sound. Perfect. All right, we're going to throw this ozone maximizer on here. Start getting to work with it. Let's see, where do we want to run this on? I'm going to say probably the section with the brass elements. So, a little loudness warning. This might jump up in volume a little bit. But yeah, we'll let it do its thing, and then we'll probably adjust everything that it does, but whatever. I see it like really boosted these highs. I'm not sure we want that so much. I do agree with the like a little cut to this low end. Here, let's make that not so crazy. Low boost is good. All right. And I'm hearing a little bit of clippiness. All right, let's bring this back to the beginning and let's get an accurate LUFS reading and see how far off we are. Who knows? We might be pretty on point. We're really hoping for about minus 10.5-ish, somewhere around there. I'm hearing a little bit of clipping. Slow this down a bit. Could even go a little bit slower. Really up there. still a little tiny bit clippy, but we might even decrease this threshold a little bit, depending on what our LUFS lands at. Yeah, we're going to try to pull back on this. It's at minus 9.8 LUFS. So we've actually kind of overshot what we're aiming for. Okay, yeah, that's sounding a lot better. Let's start measuring up our LUFS. Perfect. Mine is 10.2 and it sounds nice, man. It sounds really nice. Hell yeah. I think we're going to keep that. And we've got one more beat that we're trying to hit today. So let me just save that. And yeah, I'm going to grab a little bit more coffee. While I do, again, Return to Earth comes out at midnight tonight. But I'm going to play for you guys this single that I had recently released called Between the Lines. And yeah, I'll be like 2 seconds. I'll be right back. We're going to dive into that last one. All right, I am back with hot coffee. All right. So let's hit this last mix. Let's dive into it. Let's see what we're mixing down. This next one is song 1112. Oh, I think I remember this one. I did this one very recently. Yeah, just something I made the other night. If I remember right, I think I did most of this just from scratch. I've been playing around with like using Rhodes and Wurlitzers and kind of putting like tape warble on it. It's kind of a cool sound. All right. Let this load in. All right, all right. Man, how big must this project have been? I don't think it was too big. We'll see, though. Okay, here we go. Looks like we got a few media files missing. What all was it? Looks like it was just one. I think it was like a vocal sample. Let's just replace that real quick, and then we can give it our first listen through. Let's see. It is searching. There we go. Awesome. All right, so let's get this our first listen through and kind of just see where we're at with this. Nice. Man, I like this beat. All right, I think we're just gonna lock in and dive into this, starting from the beginning. Let's turn up this reverb on this real quick. Let's maybe get a little bit of compression on this. Jesus. Yeah, you can definitely see it gets louder as it goes down. And then we'll kind of set this back in the mix. Good thing is that this kick is so like mid-range, we don't have to really worry about it in the bass kind of interfering with each other. We can get rid of this track that we're not using. And also we should go ahead and just give ourselves more headroom. Let's see. Yeah, we're -3-ish. We'll turn this down a decent amount, and then I encourage you guys to maybe just turn up your headphones a bit. We always start by turning everything down. Start with a quiet mix. Listen to it at whatever volume is comfortable, of course. But from there, we just kind of incrementally bring it up. We may have given ourselves too much headroom. Let's bring ourselves back up. All right. We're going to bring this string up a little bit. Same with like this guy. That note, I don't think should exist there. There we go. This guy probably needs to come up a decent amount. He's kind of buried back there. And he feels a little bit loose in areas. this is like super loose. Let's just kind of try to straighten this out. It doesn't need to be like exact, but if it's that far off, like that's kind of crazy. I kind of like my notes to sometimes just lean on the backside of the rhythm. Nice. We're making good progress here. Hell yeah. Let's kind of bring this back. I even like bring the drums down a little bit. Same with the bass. I think we need to turn this ride cymbal up a bit. Let's compress this vocal. We're going to use an LA2A. Nothing too harsh on this guy. Gentle compression here. Okay, we are kind of pushing it a little bit, you know. What's up, Kamty? How's it going? Yeah, he says, question, brother. When finishing a project and sending off to DistroKid/Spotify, how can I get maximum loudness? Yes, you want to single-handedly win the loudness war without sounding bad. Yeah, he says, I produce EDM. Been a struggle of mine for a few months. Man, honestly, really, like, the whole art, right, of maximizing your loudness while preserving clarity is really the job of mastering, right? That's we call this whole subject of everything that you do to your master chain to maximize the loudness, to get it up to the loudness that you're looking for. The whole process of that is called mastering, right? And man, people will make their entire careers out of being master engineers, right? So I would just say, just like you might approach something like mixing, you're probably going to be learning new things your entire life that are going to completely revolutionize, you know, how you get your music up to loudness. Now, aside from that, I feel like there's like, you know, some like just guiding principles. You know, you're probably going to use compression. I always like to start off with compression on mine. You might be, you know, doing some stuff for flavor, like a little bit of saturation, a little bit of EQing and whatnot. But the bulk of what's going to get your music up to volume is limiting. Like, how hard you're basically slapping a limiter on the ceiling and pushing it into that ceiling, right? But you might notice the more that you push into that ceiling, the more it starts to like dull out your drums and stuff like that. And it's I don't know, man. Like I think that for every genre and for every artist, it's a little bit different as to what you might be using in your master chain, right? So I'm going to end up mastering this track when I'm done with it, by the way. And feel free to stick around. I'll try to explain as much as I can about what I'm doing. But, you know, like I was saying, though, it's like there's no one easy solution that is like a win-all for everything. I will tell you, though, they tell you, like, you should master your track to minus 14 LUFS, right? And if you don't know what LUFS are, it's like a unit of measurement of like loudness over time, over the course of a beat, right? You know, so measuring with with a meter that can tell you the LUFS of your track can tell you a lot about, like, you know, how your stuff is measuring up to other stuff. But basically, nobody is dropping music on Spotify at minus 14. Everybody's going way louder. For me personally, I've chosen a range of like maybe like minus 9 to minus 11 LUFS. That's like what makes sense for me making instrumental hip hop, right? I think for somebody doing EDM music, man, it really depends what kind of EDM, but I've seen EDM producers dropping like minus 7 LUFS and it actually sounds pretty good. Or like minus 5 LUFS, right? Which is crazy. That's nuts. But, you know, the thing that you're always going to be fighting against is like the normalization algorithms. They're clamping down on your music. They're trying to make your music the same loudness as everything else on the platform. So what I'll just tell you in terms of like before you ship it off to DistroKid, if you're worried about your LUFS like being too loud for the platform and what it's going to sound like, you know, YouTube also has a loudness normalization algorithm. And quite honestly, I feel like Spotify is more liberal with how loud they let you make music, right? So my advice would be to whatever your master is that you're thinking of shipping off, put it in a private YouTube video. Just like put it in a private YouTube video, see what it sounds like on YouTube, and that's usually like a really good guiding factor of what it might sound like on Spotify. You know, if it's really clamped down on YouTube, then it might be like back to the drawing board, right? If it sounds great, then it's like awesome, we can ship it even if it's at minus 3 LUFS, right? Yeah, Skrillex is insane, man. Yeah, but you know, also it's like, I don't know. Sometimes I think we obsess too much over like being super loud when quite honestly, it's like if you just shift your goal a little bit instead of aiming for minus 4 LUFS, if you're fine with minus 5 LUFS, you know, or minus 6 LUFS, you might be gaining a lot more of your clarity back and a lot more of like what you actually want your music to sound like, right? It's so subjective, man. Yeah, he says, the thing is, I'll get ear fatigue, so I can't gauge the loudness. No, that's fair, man. Yeah, and, you know, that's where it's like, I don't know, before I ship anything off, I give myself a couple of days, man. I usually bounce my demo, and I'll, like, listen to it while I'm, like, doing dishes, while I'm driving places. I don't, like, just turn around and ship stuff off. I sit with it for a couple of days, right? And I have a big backlog of stuff that I'm working on and listening to. And I think that that's honestly the best way to give yourself the fullest perspective. You don't want to be making rash decisions after 6 hours of mixing and, you know. It's tough, man, but also don't worry about listening to your music so much as like an engineer with like a critical, you know, just listen to it as a normal person. And if it sounds bad to you, then it's like, yeah, back to the drawing board. If it sounds good, then it's like, hell yeah, ship it, you know. It's not rocket science, you know. And he's like, I appreciate you, hell yeah, for your advice. Your advice helps. Seems like a secret in the industry. Well, yeah, okay. I think some people make a big show of it to be this much fancier thing. And maybe it is because some people their entire career is exactly this, mastering, right? And there is quite a science to it, but I've also heard artists that will just like slap a limiter on their shit and it bangs, you know? It's totally like dependent on what you're doing, what your mix sounds like, and like what your personal goals are, right? It's different for everybody, right? As long as it sounds good, you know? Who cares how you got there? Yeah, like Hollis. Yeah, no doubt, man. Hollis kind of blows my mind. That's he's got some weird kind of processing and stuff. Sometimes I'm kind of curious how he got his masters to like clip so hard and sound so good in the bass, right? It's nuts. We'll see how far we can take this track. I don't think I'm going to be hitting -3 LUFS with it, though. Yeah, he says, I just want to sound as good as my favorite. That's a good goal to have, though. It's good perspective, man, yeah. But keep cooking, brother. Oh, yeah, of course, man. Thanks for popping in, dude. I like yapping at you guys about these things, so. All right, we'll see. I think we were just working on these vocals. Yeah, we were compressing them. We'll see where we're at there. We'll probably need to set them back. All right. Sounds good. I think something else I want to do with these vocals is kind of like, we've got these chords. Where are these vocals hitting at? Let's go find in the EQ where these guys are hitting at. We might be able to clear up some space here. There's like a good range around here. I want to hear what it sounds like when I tug upwards on this to see what exactly that is contributing. So yeah, that's a good amount of the body of this. And then over here on this pitched up one, we can get away with about the same space. So here's what I like to do with this, right? We're going to set this back to 0. We're going to put this right up next to our chords up here. I just like keeping these together. You guys will see why in a minute. I'm going to slap down an EQ over here on these chords. And we're going to try to like clamp down right around this space where that's happening at, you know. We'll see. But yeah, Kimty saying, I know you're working on your own thing, but would you mind if I had a second ear? So yeah, I actually do live feedback every Wednesday on Twitch. So yeah, today I'm just working on music, but I'm TapDaddyBeats on Twitch. If you come through there, I review music every single Wednesday, and I give these like long 10-minute reviews of just like, I'll give you all of the advice, man. So yeah, definitely check out the Twitch channel. I'm TapDaddyBeats over there as well. All right, let's see. Right about here. Yeah, right above, like, we'll say like 700 hertz-ish. We're gonna like bring this down about here. About here. Okay. So let's set this to 0. And here's something kind of cool. Rather than doing just like a static cut to this Wurlitzer for this track, you know, this vocal that just comes in at the end of the song, what we're going to do is we're going to automate the gain on this. So basically right here, we're going to like clamp down maybe about 3 decibels. Yeah, boom. Let's see. And let's kind of tighten this cue a little bit. There we go. And then there we kind of let up. Right after this, we want them to really hear that lift up. And then we'll give it a little bit of space from there. So it's not like jumping up, but like somewhere over here. Bring that back up to like, yeah, 0. There we go. So now look at this automation, how it looks. Well, you can just see this knob right here. Perfect. That's nice. We'll do the same thing over here. In fact, we can just copy over this automation. It's about the same range. So, boom. Perfect. We were having trouble hearing this little lift up earlier. Now it's coming through pretty nicely. Ah, so nice. Okay. Man, what else in this track now? That's really the question. Ooh, nice. Okay. And then I think we wanted a nice curvy fade out over here. Yeah, let's just give this a nice curve to it. Just kind of slope it downwards. Let it down gently. That's nice. Okay. Dude, I think we're pretty much there. Like, I think we're ready to start mastering. Let me just make sure. And we're really just trying to listen to this like a normal person, right? We're not trying to like look for problems. Just if anything sticks out to us, we'll fix it, right? I think we're ready. Oh, this is gonna sound nice as we start to really like push it into our compressor and like, oh yeah. All right, let's do it. Okay, so Shadow Hill's master compressor. I always love starting with this compressor. It's a nice compressor. All right. Compressor. Hardly know her. All right. Where do I want to put this? Somewhere over here, probably. Okay, so I enabled sidechain. I'm going to start with this optical compressor. Yeah. Now the discrete. We'll let off on that discrete a little bit. Yeah, we're really compressing this track, but it sounds so good. Okay, maybe we'll let off on that discrete gain a little bit. Okay, so from here, I think we want to saturate it a little bit. We're going to pull out the 610. God, I love this thing. And we're going to also do, it's got this nice hardware EQ where we're going to lift the highs ever so slightly. So this is the 610 preamp. And let's lift these highs. Nice and crisp. Let's saturate it a bit. Oh, this is sounding nice and flavorful. Okay, I don't think I want to go any further than that. I mean, we could try, and maybe we do this a little bit before the 610. I was curious how this oxide tape recorder might sound on here with this bass. Let's try this. Oh, now it's getting this kind of flutter underneath. Ooh, that's massive. That's big. Kind of get a feel for what our max peak value is here. I'm very curious how this is gonna sound in the car. Like, that bass should be pretty massive, I imagine. I think that would be really sick. All right, so now I think our max peak is minus 3.88. We'll boost it by that much, and we'll slap a limiter on the other side just in case if it is reaching a little bit over. So we'll say 3.88. Boom. And yeah, let's just slap a limiter down. And let's see. So we are going to want to use our ozone maximizer after this. But for now, I just want to get a feeling of like, where is our LUFS value? How far do we have to go? I think we're aiming for like minus 10-ish on this track. We'll see. We'll see. So here we go. We're going to start measuring our LUFS. Okay, here we go. So yeah, this is definitely louder now. Almost 4 decibels louder. Ooh, I don't know. I think we're just going to go ahead and run it through ozone. It's going to be a little, like, it's looking around minus 16 LUFS. Yeah, let's, what am I doing here? I'm looking for ozone. We're going to slip this right before our meter. And I do have some white fuzz on this track from a tape processor just to kind of give it, like, more body. If it's a little bit too out of hand, I might turn that down, but we'll find out. Where do we want to start this? Somewhere like... Or do we want to go like over here? Yeah, we'll start it over here. All right. Little loudness warning. This might get a little loud. It might jump up in volume. Just trying to warn you guys. But it should sound immaculate. We'll see. It might sound like garbage. We'll probably have to fix a bunch of stuff here. So. Oh yeah, sounds like garbage. Alright. Not sure what's going on here. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to fix all this. I don't think any of this we want. Maybe a little lift on the highs here, but nothing too extreme. Okay, we're gonna give this limiter. It's gonna be a slower limiter to avoid any of that clipping sound. Oh, that's much better. Oh, yeah. It's a little bit in danger there. Let's bring this all the way to the beginning, and let's see roughly where our LUFS is at. Because if we do have the ability to kind of like pull back on that threshold a little bit, that might fix some things. Rough around there. And some of these short-term LUFS values are insane. That bass is putting us through the roof. Okay. Minus 10 it's about minus 11. Yeah, minus 11. Dude, that's like in range. I am curious though if we can pull a little bit more out of this. Okay, so let's see. Where was the problem section? It was at this big crescendo. Wasn't even that bad, actually. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna make it even slower of a limiter. See if we can even pull back on this a little bit more. Let's run this again, see what our new LUFS value is. And also just listen for any more like clipping, right? Any artifacts. Ooh, I'm not sure. Hits are so huge. minus 10.5-ish. Minus 10.6. Dude, that's really good. There were some areas that felt a little bit shaky. I just want to kind of double, triple check that. Yeah, like it almost clips there in the beginning. What if we pulled this back? Like made this a little bit slower. Pull this back a little bit. Alright, let's get our new loss value and let's listen. That feels cleaner. We didn't lose much here. It's gonna be like minus 10.7-ish. Yeah. Perfect. Dude, I like that. I like that. We're keeping that. Oh my gosh, I gotta save this. We flew through that so fast. Save live set as mix v1. Dude. Oh, this was a good session today. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out while I mixed all these tracks. I just wanted to remind everybody I got an album coming out tonight. Yes, in 6 hours, 5 minutes, and 36 seconds, I am dropping Return to Earth. If you are at all interested in it, I'll just drop a link, a little pre-save link, in case you want to be amongst the first to hear it. Yeah, go check it out if you're interested in my music. No worries if not. But yeah, for anybody curious, I am TapDaddy on all platforms. I'm an instrumental artist, producer, and mix engineer. And thank you guys so much for hanging out. This was sick. Yo, what's up, Marlon? Lulz, how you doing, man? Yeah, he says, yeah, yo, we've been waiting for R&B beats. Oh, man. I gotta get back to some R&B beats. There was a good, month that I was really hitting some, gold in the vein of R&B, you know? That last track that we just mixed was I would say 1 foot in R&B and maybe 1 foot in hip hop, but no, ask if you and you shall receive, man. I might make some more R&B. But anyways, come through on Saturday. I'll be making some beats on Saturday. I have no idea what I'm going to be making, but it should be good. So anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out. My name is TapDaddy, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.